Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. Today we are continuing our challenge mode playthroughs. As you can see, the Sichuan Safari must be glitched or something, because it doesn't say that I've completed it, even though I got the completion screen. And then this one has not updated. It still says normal, but anyway, our next one is the Indonesia map with it says tried to contain dangerous, intelligent dinosaurs. No surprise that the animals soon broke out and overwhelmed the facility. Now the security is in your hands. Good luck. For Jurassic difficulty, our par time completion is 4 hours. Certain species have the intelligence trait. The marketplace is enabled, and there are wild dinosaurs. So I did. I played about an hour's worth of this on normal, so I kind of have a rough idea of what's going on, and I think that'll help a lot because the first couple dinosaurs that you acquire have the intelligent trait, which is basically if they see people, they'll try to break out.
This park used to house some hyper-intelligent, dangerous animals, until they got out and everything fell to chaos. Needless to say, this place poses a serious risk to life. Namely mine, so we need to intervene. I'm behind you the whole way on this one, and please, let's not bring the phrase meat shield into it. You are quite the busy bee. Keep producing honey out of this place, and you and I will get along great. And just so we're on the same page, by honey, I mean sweet, sweet cash.
Okay, so yeah, the park is immediately at 1 star for some reason. I honestly don't know why. Well, I guess I do. It's because the shelter coverage is 100%. In this game, these 4 boxes, which change on each map, are what determine your star rating. So we need income, guest count, and 15 species. I have the game paused. Let me show y'all real quick. So this is kind of our starting area. This is a Ceratosaurus. This symbol it looks like a T-Rex, but it's a Ceratosaurus. There's 2 Ceratosaurus, and this is an Allosaurus, and they can cohabitate together. There's 2 Giganotosaurus, and then there's 4 Atrociraptors and 1 Spinosaurus. So for now, there's a couple things we need to do. The game gives you a lot of really high priority, high value dinosaurs right off the bat, which is great. But the ones they do give you have that. I think all of these have the intelligence trait, which is a problem. But for now, we don't have any scientists to start off with, so let's pick a couple scientists. There's 2 logistics specialists. Salary $23.50. This guy's salary is a little bit lower, so we'll hire this scientist. High genetics potential. Cheaper synthesis is probably good. Let's hold there for now. There's a couple things that we need to kind of get started on right away, though. I think one of them, it'll definitely make it easier if we get the marketplace facility, and in order to do that, we need to get this one, the land hatchery upgrades. And we need to increase the land-based dinosaur population to 8 to do that. So because those are technically wild dinosaurs, they don't count towards our total. Let's see, for now, let's grab this. This will save us some money in the long run if I go ahead and get that. So let me show y'all what I did on my other playthrough, or the couple hours that I was playing on normal difficulty anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. Let's just get rid of all these fences, actually. Okay. So I'm going to keep this pathwork in place, and the intelligent dinosaurs will have a radius that goes even beyond the fences, and if they see a person within that radius, they will try to break out. So we don't want that. I'm going to just kind of approximately choose right around here, and then we'll make a... Well, there's the Ceratosaurus. So if this gets built fast enough... So if I go all the way over to here, they will theoretically be able to see people who are walk over here, and they'll try to break out. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. I think we can handle going to here, though. And then I kind of think that we can handle that. Okay. Then we're going to use the environment stuff to round out the enclosure. Just put down a couple of large rocks over here. Alright, cool. So that's good. Let's grab... We'll need a ranger post. And if I put it right about here, that covers most of the enclosure. And then we'll need a gate. And then we'll need... So yeah, the game gives you some of the longer distance viewing options, so we're going to take advantage of those. It doesn't make for overly exciting exhibit design, unfortunately, but it does keep the guests safe, which is, you know, that's kind of important. So, let's see. Build this path out this way. We have to be careful. We don't want anything to get too close. So I'm gonna kind of angle the path away from the exhibit out this way. Once we, you'll see what I mean shortly. It'll make sense. And then we need all these buildings, so let's put the response facility down over here. Every time the camera snaps down like that, I just get so annoyed. Alright, then we want the MVU, the vet, and then we need the maintenance ATVs. And all of those, oh, I guess that one's not close enough. We need to move a power pylon a little bit out this way. Thankfully, they give you quite a bit of starting cash, so there's that at least. Let's see here. I think I forgot I need to do the complete connection. And where's Jurassic Park, Europe, Malta, Asia. There we go. Let's pick the plain Jurassic World one for now. And then I think that if I put it here, that will be fine. I don't think that the radius will reach all the way over to here. So let's unpause the game. We need to let the fence actually build. I have a feeling the Ceratosaurus is gonna, yeah. So let's take over our helicopter. Where'd it go? It was just right here. Did it go inside? I think it went inside. Here, let's pause the game again. Okay, yeah, it went inside. I think I actually have to tranquilize it though, otherwise the game doesn't recognize it as a dinosaur that's like owned by the park. And the wild dinosaurs you have to manually tranquilize. You can't just tell the autopilot to do it for you.
Contact denied.
Okay. I'm trying to be a lot more conscious of pausing the game when nothing's actually happening. Alright, so that should mark that as a dinosaur owned by the park or whatever. Alright, and then if I remember correctly, the Ceratosaurus is not too picky. Alright, so while that's all going on, all of the wild dinosaurs are way over here, so we can open the park. And then we can let some of the guests kind of filter in. Alright, we just finished that research, so let's pause the game again. Is there anything else that I should be doing? I am pretty sure I'm going to need the staff center and the scientist training, so I'm gonna grab that. And then we need to take control of the helicopter because we're gonna go trank the Allosaurus and the other Ceratosaurus. Alright, very nice. That was very lucky shots right there. The Ceratosaurus just was chilling. Multi-select. Finalize. And then I think this exhibit should be big enough for the two of them. Or I guess the three of them, rather. We will see. Alright, so we've got a exhibit already set up And now we need to put down all the guest buildings. And I'm going to let the game run because we're kind of waiting on the guests to actually arrive anyway. I'm just going to stick with the default Jurassic World theming for this park. So we've got that, and then we need the shelter. My keyboard is running out of battery, I think. Okay. Okay, this first Ceratosaurus is not happy. It hasn't recognized... Well, the territory is really small, so, like... It hasn't recognized the prey feeder, but it wants some wetland cover. And we really don't want to have any breakouts. Just in general, that's bad, but there we go. This brush gives cover and wetland, so that's kind of nice. Okay. So that should carry us for a while, actually.
A comfortable dinosaur is one that's significantly easier to manage. Keeping them content should be a priority.
Asset delivered. Asset has been delivered.
Alright, the Ceratosauruses are happy, but the Allosaurus wants more pasture. So I think if I get rid of some of this, that will help. Okay, so now do you see the red? That is the intelligence perk, where if they see people within that, they will actively try to break out. So that's why I kept everything. And so yeah, when I played it earlier on normal, I didn't realize that it was that big of a thing and the dinosaurs broke out. But I think we're good. And you can tell when you see that red barrier. Okay, they're technically like 1% off on the wetland. Okay, very nice. I think we're all good. Alright, so that's set up, and those are because they have that intelligence trait. These dinosaurs have like very high appeal rating, plus 20% appeal. So, we're almost at 2 stars already. I think if I maybe just optimize these a little bit, we'll probably be in good shape already. So let's go with orange and green, and then we'll pick green and yellow to start with. Alright, that's already on orange and green, green and yellow. And then we might need a hotel. Yeah, accommodation rating 0%. So let's fix that. Okay. So we're in pretty good shape. That's kind of at least how I like to start. These three get along well, and they can all fit in this relatively small exhibit. And now we can focus on what are we going to do about the other dinosaurs. And what I did in my other version on the earlier playthrough is this area here does not have a lot of space, as you can kind of tell. So instead of waiting for the monorail, I built a Jurassic tour that took us into this next area. So I think I need to research that. Yeah. Alright, so that scientist is going to research that, and then what I also did that I thought seemed to work was this area over here became a split Giganotosaurus and a Triceratops enclosure, and I used the balloon tour to do like a circle so that there would be visible coverage for it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of pre-plan said exhibit. And let's see, last time I kind of used this water as like a boundary, and the Triceratops exhibit was a little bit too small. So I think this time I'm going to make this a little smaller. And then we need to put some fencing here to here. And then we need to put some fencing Alright, if what I'm doing makes no sense, you'll see. it'll make sense. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to press play so those fences can be built. And now we need to put a gate right here. And then we need to put a gate right here. And then let's clear this out. And then yeah, I need another natural barrier up here. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be the Giganotosaurus exhibit, and this will be the Triceratops exhibit. One other thing that we need to do that I think I forgot. This is kind of in an awkward spot, so I am going to rely on the backup generator for these fences here. And then I need to put down the maintenance posts. So yeah, if I put it here, that covers everything. And then I forgot to put down the maintenance posts over here. So we will assign maintenance team 1 to the starter area. And then maintenance team 2, we will assign to that one. Okay, so we can unpause the game, and now we can manually go tranquilize those dinosaurs. And I'm probably going to do the Giganotosaurus first, because last time I moved all of them at the same time and it got a little hectic because I was trying to balance all the different dinosaurs' needs at the same time.
Eyes on the asset.
Oops, I just hit all of the wrong buttons. I think 2 is enough. Okay, yeah. And there's a Spinosaurus way over here.
I'm tired of seeing another star on our rating. Great stuff.
But we're gonna save the Spino for later. There's the other Giga. I don't know what color pattern is on these, but they look really cool. Alright, so we'll pause the game again. Transport, select, multi-select mode, Giga 1 and 2. Finalize selection. And we'll put them there and there. Unpause. Okay, so while they're getting moved, we're definitely gonna need a prey feeder, which I will put here, and we're going to need a ranger post, which I will put about here. And I'm just gonna name, I like naming stuff if I think about it, so this will be the Giga Paddock. Add Ranger Team 2. Okay, so I don't know what else Giganotosaurus needs to be happy, but they have food and water and cover, so they shouldn't immediately be trying to break out. Okay, so we have the tour, so now we can connect to the next spot of the island. Another thing that we kind of probably should start doing, I don't think I have I do have an expedition center. Alright, so we're near path capacity, that's the red line. So before I start sending out dig teams, okay, I don't have enough guests to research the pathing yet, so we don't need to do that just yet. That's fine. Well, I guess I can maybe Dilophosaurus, Compies. Let's wait a second and maybe we can try to plan out, like, I don't know if Giganotosaurus can cohabitate with anything, maybe Compies, because they're scavengers in this game. I'm gonna speed things up so we can hopefully make sure the Gigas are happy.
Asset delivered.
Let's see. They want wetland, so we're probably gonna need to put some wetland in here. Okay, so they're already doing all right. I think, yeah, that's another thing. Giga needs an adult population of 2 to be happy, which is interesting. But everything else is perfect. And Giga number 2 is on its way. Okay, so yeah, they can only cohabitate with scavengers. So we could probably put compies in here. Random other comment, I legitimately like the Jurassic World Dominion Giganotosaurus design. So I'm just gonna say that. I think that these really cool other color patterns that they gave it in Evolution help a lot. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool personally. Okay, so Giga is perfectly happy, which is awesome. That was not bad at all. All right, so now we need to actually capitalize on people being able to see the Giganotosaurus. All right, so let me kind of... Oh wait, yeah, maybe I shouldn't build when there's a wild Atrociraptor out there. Okay, so we'll take care of that first. Let me kind of show y'all what I'm thinking. So we'll put a Jurassic tour here, and then it will loop to about here-ish, or maybe about here. That way, so this will open up this whole area of the park. We'll have a balloon tour, because we can't really fit a gyrosphere in here. It's too narrow. So we'll use the balloon tour to cover this area. And then maybe, this is where I'm not really sure what I'll do next, but this will be room for like more amenities and shops and stuff. And maybe this narrow area here will do a gyrosphere or something for the Spinosaurus. But I'm not sure about that part yet. For right now, I just want to get this area of the park up and running. While I'm thinking about it, we can probably send out a compy expedition. And then I should also check to see if there's any like really good scientists. Okay, I think these are the same ones from earlier. Cheaper synthesis is probably really good. Although, we might just use the world market and not actually incubate that many dinosaurs. This guy's got 3 welfare points and his salary is low. So I think we're going to recruit him because we need to have some welfare points to take care of diseases. And then this person's salary is pretty high. I think we're going to hire this scientist because they have some genetics anyway. Alright, I think that's good. Before I start expanding the park, we need to tranquilize and move the Atrociraptors. And then we have to keep an eye. I'll remember, we're getting the overcrowded thing pop up. I don't think that's because of our accommodation rating. It's because we're near being able to build the bigger paths, but I can't research those until we get to 400 guests, if I remember correctly. Where is the Atrociraptor? There it is.
Approaching asset. Asset missed.
Those are just a one-hit trank. One of them ran all the way over here to chill out with the Spino. There's Spino. And where's the There's the raptor. We'll leave Spino alone for now. The trajectory that the darts have in this game is kind of crazy. They like do not function the way they did in the other two games. See, like they go up. They used to just have like a pretty predictable downward trajectory, and now they like go upwards. Okay, those are all tranked. Pause the game. Multi-select mode. 1, 2, 3. Do y'all remember in the first evolution game, if you tranked a dinosaur in a habitat with another carnivore, they would like, the other carnivore would just immediately go and try to kill them. Okay, so they're gonna need some water, and then they're gonna need their own ranger post. So let's put that right about here. Ranger Team 2, you get the lucky job of the Giga and the Atrociraptors. Good luck with that. Alright, so... Okay, there we go. Let's just double check on the Gigas real quick. Alright, that one doesn't have a status check done, but the other one's fully happy, so they should be good. Okay, now that the Atrociraptors are taken care of, we can actually expand the park. So I'm gonna pause the game again. Number of guests went down to 190. That might be because of the tranked dinosaurs, perhaps. If you have the tranquilized dinosaurs, that like their welfare score goes down. Alright, really quick while I'm thinking about it, I want to draw like, so yeah, you see like I can't build anything in this red box basically, so even the tour needs to be like over on the edge. So that'll be interesting. So let's see, if I put it about here, and then let's put down the other station. Alright, I think I have an idea of what I'm doing anyway, but we'll see if it's actually gonna work out or not. I don't think that they'll try to break out to if they see a tour ride. I mean, we'll find out, I guess. That part I don't know for sure. Alright, there's that connection. And then, so maybe we'll have the tour ride go around the perimeter of the future Spino paddock. But for right now, we're just going to kind of have this tour kind of go out and around. Alright, there's that. That part's connected. Now we just need to connect this to a couple different things. Okay, and we'll put down the restroom and the shelter right here. Alright, so let's see, do I want to... I think I'm just going to leave that power station there. And then, do I have power stations researched? I do, actually. So yeah, we'll just build a second power station out here for now. The tour ride's there, so we'll kind of put it right here. And then we need a substation here. And very nice. Okay, wing 2 of the park is basically set up. Alright, our path goes right there, so let's put down the balloon tour. Right there. Alright, very nice. So I need to go... Oh. Oh, okay, so you can't just have the balloon go out in the middle of nowhere. It has to still be within the, but I'm pretty sure that since it's airborne, it's not going to remove, yeah, it doesn't remove the trees the way that the other one does, so that's good at least. I don't know if I trust a balloon to go over a Giganotosaurus and an Atrociraptor exhibit. I don't know if I'd trust that, I'm not gonna lie. But there we go. Okay, well now we need to make sure that the Atrociraptors stay happy.
The right scenery can have a profound effect on an animal's well-being. Let's see just how beneficial it can be to these animals.
Alright, this ranger is about to do the status check. Okay. So... they need cover and pasture, which It kind of seems like they have. He is not like that Jeep. Isn't it kind of... The territory is only this blue bubble, and yet bro just chased the Jeep all the way out. Now its territory just reset. I think it's okay. But I don't know, the territory thing is kind of... Alright, we need to kind of hang out here for a minute, but I have neglected my fossils. Sell. Alright, we've got lots of stuff. Can I train my scientists? I would love to get... Okay, if I build a staff center, I can train that scientist, so... I researched the staff center. If I can fit it over here, I'd like to fit it over here in the starter area of the park. So... Do I think I could fit it right here somewhere, maybe? That looks really tacky, but it technically fits. We're gonna do it. Yeah, that looks kind of silly, but oh well. We can train our scientists now. Alright, so once... The key thing is having 3 genetics lets you assign 1 scientist to... and we'll train the welfare point for that guy. And train the logistics point here. Now I can just assign 1 scientist for the extraction every time, instead of having to assign multiple scientists. It's 3 genetics no matter what every time, so... Let's see. Oh, the balloon's up and running. I think I need maintenance posts out here, yeah. Alright, let's check on the raptors. Only one of them, actually, okay, okay. Alright, so if this one's at 100%, they should all be good.
Transportation complete.
Ooh, it's got little quills, because it's the male, I think. Okay, I think the raptors are fine. I kind of want to see how... Okay, so yeah, this isn't gonna... That is a little not ideal, that this isn't gonna have 100% visibility at all times, but that's kind of the best I can do with this. If you're wondering, I did try this. From like here, if I put the log or something, I would need to have the other center here, and it would just be very... I mean, maybe we'll do that later, but it was just not really... It wasn't working out. Okay, so this is about as far as I got when I did the other playthrough, or the kind of demo run, if you will. So we're gonna keep doing our fossils. Well, wait a second, can I research the paths yet? No. Fine. More training. I should probably do the medium amenities. You can do that. And then the other guy can go on an expedition, because it's only a 1 cost. Let's see. Since this area is bigger, I think this is going to be where I'm going to put down the Innovation Center. I need to get rid of that water first. Let me make sure Spino hasn't decided to like just roll up to this area of the park. That would be kind of funny. Oops, wrong one. Okay, that'll generate some more appeal over here. And then, there we go, there's the wide path. And boom, there we go. And I think it's time to put some small amenities down here. I don't think we need medium ones over here just yet.
I'm asking for your help on this one, not on behalf of the conservation sector, but as a personal favor.
Very nice, very nice. The balloon hasn't gone down in the storm, hopefully. So, average welfare 66%. What's going on? Is it because we haven't done the status check on these other Atrociraptors, so we just don't know? I think that's what it is. That's fine. I think it's because these are like technically unknown. The game is like freaking out about these unchecked raptors. Even though this one got the check and it's at 92%, so the rest of them are probably also at 92%. Okay. One thing I'll have to be careful of is I know the compies like arid. They like the arid land, and the Giga likes wetland. So like, I'll need to make sure there's lots of extra space for them, basically. Which is weird. I always, probably incorrectly, but I always imagine the Giganotosaurus living in like a desert environment. Let's see, we've got... Let's do the white, the orange and green with white and yellow. Once this ranger actually does this status check, I think that contract will be complete. I can upgrade the paths now to the medium paths, replace, brush, and then I just kind of click and hold. This part is kind of, admittedly, in my humble opinion, a little silly, but oh well. Those are all upgraded. Okay.
Knowing that you're helping to ensure the survival of such majestic animals should be reward enough. But you do also have my appreciation.
Okay. Lack of space. Did I just unlock the thoroughfare path also? Do I even... I don't think I have enough for that. So yeah, okay. That's tracking, you know, more species. We got that. That's on the way. Yeah, you need 16. So yeah, until that we get to that red line with the path capacity, we don't. But I mean, we're already pretty close to that, which is interesting. But I think it's time to build the Spinosaurus exhibit. Which I kind of... I don't know. I'm not really sure. I kind of think if I build it in here, we'll have good visibility throughout, but I'm just not really sure. And then we can put down like a monorail that goes this way, and then we can connect it to this area. This will be like our third chunk of the park, basically. Let's see. We're gonna try making this the Spinosaurus exhibit. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to temporarily delete some of these, which is gonna screw up everything for a minute. Oh, dang it, that was the wrong button. Well, or not the wrong button, but I clicked too far backwards. Not the emergency shelter, the tour, please. That part's fine. It's the rest of this I need to work on. Alright, there's that, and then... And then we need fences on either, or gates rather, on either end. And then we need a gate here. And then edit route. Put down the cool gate right here. Surely having the truck go into the Spinosaurus exhibit won't be a problem, right? Surely it won't. Okay, that's taken care of. Now we just need to use our super convenient giant rocks to enclose the exhibit fully. Okay. So that's gonna be the Spinosaurus exhibit. And we just need to put down a bunch of deep water. Ranger Teams 2 has been destroyed. Well, I did say that was gonna be a dangerous job. The guests in the whatchamacallit, the balloon got to have full witness to that, and the Giganotosaurus got injured during the fight, by the way, it seems. Let's see. Flattened terrain. Okay, so we want deep water. Okay. One thing I did kind of notice is that I guess I'm gonna have to put another like really sketch generator out in the middle of nowhere for that other end of the fences, or else I can just not put a fence and just use rocks or something. That's the other equally sketchy option. 'Cause yeah, there's no way I'm gonna have power all the way out here. Let's just go with the we're gonna use a bunch of rocks option, and this other half of the island is only going to be accessible by helicopter and monorail. Surely that won't come back to bite me later. Oh, I guess the MVU fixed whatever was wrong with the Giga. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's do a quick. Oh, this poor Ranger Team 2 Part 2 is just gonna be struggling with those guys, I think. Let's do a quick check on. Okay, so I can definitely add another yellow and a green to make some more money here. Alright, and then let's check on these. Alright, this one we can add the fossil display. Okay, that's good. That just increased our profits by quite a lot, so... Alright, now it's time to put Spino in there, and then we'll have all of the starter dinos. While I'm doing that, let's see, is there anything I should be doing? I can extract more fossils in the background. There you go. And then is there any... The only other is Dilophosaurus right now that's available. Let's see, is there any... Can I research this thing? I can, but I need 5 more genetics to be able to do that, and I just assigned my 3 skill genetics scientist to that. I'm very, very tempted to not rely super heavily on expeditions, basically. Large amenities, main thoroughfare. Maybe I should grab some of these diseases. That's never a bad idea if you have some spare money and you're not sure what to do with your scientists. Alright, we're gonna snap a couple pictures for some extra money while we're out and about. Alright, my keyboard is still... We're just gonna swap over to the controller. Take photo is X. Nice. So yeah, I feel like this has to be big enough for the Spino and Compies. This is gigantic over here. We'll see, though. There's just been a wild Spinosaurus chilling like a couple hundred yards away from my park this whole time.
We've got a semi-aquatic legend on site now. The Spinosaurus is a menacing figure on land, but it really comes into its own in the water. Just imagine that iconic sail slicing through the waves as it approaches your boat. Feels like something out of a movie. Well, maybe also something out of a nightmare, huh?
I see what they did there. So, yeah, Ranger Team 1 has had it pretty easy, so they're going to be assigned to the Spinosaurus exhibit, I think.
Commencing asset transit. Admin task. No problem.
Alright, maybe my keyboard is working again, maybe. So, let's see, do I want to spend more money so that I can... Ooh, this guy's got 4 genetics, his salary is really high though. 6 genetics and lower salary. We're gonna hire this scientist for now, and then I don't know if we'll need them forever though. Alright, there's that. For now I want to keep an eye on the Spino to make sure it doesn't try to break out.
Asset delivery confirmed.
What was that? That was a weird looking run. Alright, so that's gonna do a status check. Yeah, I'm highly tempted if I'm able to get the the whatever it's called, the dino market up.
If we're ever going to help these dinosaurs adapt to our world, we need to keep them healthy. Make sure their environment is providing them everything it should.
That looks so cool. If I'm able to get the dino market up, then I kind of feel like there's a chance I might not need to spend a bunch of money on expeditions and synthesis and a hatchery space and all that. So, alright, I can research this. 6, just enough skills. Can it not do the status check because he's in the water? That is kind of hilarious. Oh no! Excuse me. Sorry about that. You good? You're good to buzz out of there, sir. All right, missing wetland, danger to vehicle. All right. That was perfect. I couldn't have asked for that to go better. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Okay, so we're researching the market. We've got a solid 3-star park right now, honestly. Ranger Team 2 is just perpetually going to have a bad time, unfortunately, with the Giga and the Atrociraptors over here. But our guests are going to get to witness every time that this goes down, I guess. So there's that. Once the dino market is finished, I'm going to try to build it maybe right here if it fits. Vehicle under threat. I think, yeah, the scientist is free to finish that task. Accommodation rating 96. I can probably build a hotel out here. I haven't done that yet. There we go. That should take care of that issue. And 10 seconds. Marketplace facility unlocked. Alright. Let's do a quick check. We are 33 minutes of game time in, by the way. So I've been being trying to be as optimal as possible with the timing. So let's see if this will fit here. Oh yes, that is perfect. And I think that's just, I mean, we'll find out, I suppose, but I think that's far enough away to not be in the intelligent dino zone. Alright, what do we got? Moros Intrepidus, Guanlong, lots of a very expensive unknown carnivore. So I could just buy compies. Lots of small carnivores. Is it always going to be just carnivores? We're gonna buy these compies and put them in with Spino. Well, let me make sure, just to be safe. Let's make sure Spino actually tolerates compies. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Buy these. And we'll send them over here. And then we'll need to put little pockets of arid. Look at how ridiculous that looks. That's kind of funny. We'll need to put a feeder down for them.
Looks like our star employee also earned this park a star. I value one of those stars more than the other. But which one? Well, I'll never tell.
As long as I kind of just scatter some arid around, I think we'll be fine. Oops, what's... Are you serious? This got infected like in 10 seconds. I think I might have to get rid of that real quick. Probably should have. Pause the game. Alright, where is the tiny little compies? There they are. Okay, so I think they're fine. Their adult population I might need to buy a couple more for them to be happy.
If an animal is under stress, we need to know why. Solve the underlying issue, and the rest will take care of itself.
Alright, this is a poor reputation. So, what, sold by what big teeth you have? We're gonna risk it. Okay, it says adult male and adult female, so it should still be compies. What do you mean? I thought that doesn't... I'm not sure if that's correct. Maybe they'll be like sick or something.
Wait a moment, that's not the animal you purchased.
Oh no.
It still baffles me how carelessly some
Okay,
people
what are we gonna... That was a... So, that was a little oopsie. Maybe I shouldn't have bought it from the what big teeth you have seller. Okay, well, where are we going to... I can either just trank and resell them, or we can roll with it and make a different exhibit. Proceratosaurus is not that big. Where's the helicopter? We're gonna have to trank and move them anyway, so we need to get over there.
If you were looking for a reason to be amazed by modern science, then look no further. The Proceratosaurus was identified from a very limited fossil record. And yet, enough of its genome has been found to create this beautiful animal. It is a privilege to have this dinosaur here.
Asset identified.
Is that... Okay. Those are fine. Welcome to Jurassic Park. You are hereby tranquilized.
Exit acknowledged.
So where am I gonna move those? And also the Spino is shockingly not happy about the tour vehicles. Okay, Compies and Proceratosaurus would get along. Are these quote-unquote intelligent? Do they have that trait? They do. Okay, so they have to be far away from everything. I mean, I guess I can just like put them over here. We just need to build a quick exhibit. Well, I mean, the game's paused, so I can take some amount of time. Alright. Not what I was planning, but hey, you know what? It's okay. Alright, and this is the part that is a little tricky, is I literally I literally can't get a ranger team over there unless I'm able to build the park over this way, and I don't think I've unlocked the monorail. Oh, I have unlocked the monorail, okay. It's not over just yet. Super convenient rocks. Alright. No. Alright, so let's work on multi-select. 1, 2, 3. I'm having to do a lot all at once that I was not ready for. Alright, the monorail won't be done for 2 minutes, so I can't connect the pieces of the park for now.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
That we just had a mid-air collision with our helicopters. We'll just ignore that. So 1 second. This vehicle that Spino broke, like, do I have to... Yikes, what just happened? Oh my goodness. Do I have to assign, like, a maintenance team to go check on that? Is that how that works? Oh, okay. Well, that's better than deleting the path every time Spino gets angry, I guess. Alright, once that guy's tranked, we can pretend like maybe we can salvage this goofiness.
Commencing asset transit. Transportation complete. Collecting asset.
Alright, okay. We might be okay. We might be okay. Okay, also, yeah, it says heart with the Spinosaurus, so until Spino eats a compy, I think we're okay. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I just have to make sure these guys don't break out just yet. The monorail's done. Alright, just check this out, okay? It's gonna work. One station here, and one station here. Look at that. Okay, so now we have officially connected our main area to over here. So now I just need to put a couple of buildings down. We'll put like a path and a half down. And then I need a power station. And let's see, this might be enough to put an exhibit down. Where I'm so bad at clicking the right buttons. Response facility. Well, we don't need the vet yet, but we do need this. Okay, I think that's everything. This doesn't have a power source yet because the monorail path is not fully built. Also because, well, maybe it's because this one's not connected to the path network yet.
Attention personnel. A new monorail.
Okay, Proceratosaurus establishing dominance. That's okay for now. No power source. Okay. Okay, there we go. Is that not within the... Oh wow, yeah, that wasn't within the radius, I guess? Question mark? Okay, there it goes. There we go. Okay, alright, so ranger post. And we'll put that right here. I know I'm kind of over relying on these generators for these, but part of the problem is because all the dinosaurs are intelligent, they have to be far away from the guests. Obstructed by monorail. What about if I do it that way? Alright, we're doing okay. I have spent like all of my money to do this, but we're okay for right now. Did I just put a ranger post down instead of a maintenance post? No, that's a maintenance post. Ranger team 4. Go check out the Proceratosauruses before they break out, please. Okay, the compies aren't at a full 100% because they're missing one adult, which is what caused this whole problem in the first place. I was just trying to buy more compies. So yeah.
Wow! At this rate, we'll need to add home to the world's most efficient park manager to the brochure. Nicely done.
It's a little excessive, but thanks. Okay, the Proceratosaurus are, well, there's one more being delivered, and they might, their needs might change once they add one population. Missing pasture, get rid of a couple more trees. Okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, so that incredibly large crisis over one compy is temporarily averted. Go team, I think. So yeah, what do I do about these random Proceratosauruses? And how do we get visibility over to here? So my thought was, since this is now like this is like part 1 of park, part 2, and part 3. I was thinking that we'll I don't know if literally all of the dinosaurs going to have the intelligent perk and try to break out at all times. Does it tell us? Like, this has actually a good reputation. I guess I feel like I have to assume that they're all gonna try to break out. So, let's see. If that's true, and we're gonna have to be very, like, kind of paranoid about the dinosaurs, then we're gonna need to keep our guests in these really tight clusters so that we can still fit exhibits. So, like, for example, this is probably... I need to probably move this more over here. And... we need to be more confined with our space usage, basically. Alright, so let's see. Can anything cohabitate with Proceratosaurus? Likes scavenger? No. So basically not really. These guys are kind of out on their own, which is fine, I guess. Another thing that I suppose we could do is keep everything very close and build a gyrosphere that just kind of goes all through this whole area, and then just hope that the dinosaurs don't break out. So for now, I think I kind of need to recover some money. The good news is that I kind of don't... Let's see. I don't think I need... I want to keep this guy. He can take a rest. I don't know if I need this person. I'm not sure. Is there a way to get rid of the intelligent trait? Confined space, metabolism, temperament. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it, to be completely honest. E. coli. Okay, well, that was kind of a little mini crisis, I guess. There's really not that much I can do right now other than let the game run to recoup some money. Well, that's not entirely true. I guess I could build the gyrosphere ride so that we can actually get some revenue from those Proceratosaurus, because right now they're just kind of chilling out in the middle of nowhere. So let's try to keep this like as tiny of an area as possible. Alright, yeah, I need room here, so we're gonna kind of S-curve this out and around. Okay, so in theory these will all be dino exhibits at some point, but for right now we're just trying to get to the Proceratosaurus exhibit. Dang, let me move remove this briefly. Just so... Does anyone else get, like, motion sickness when the camera just goes all over the place like that? Because I kinda do. Okay. Alright, so in theory, what a weird park. I mean, these are pretty... I mean, they're not like super high appeal, but uh-oh. That's one of the other things too, is these tour rides don't always give like constant predictable visibility, so like the Spinosaurus isn't quote-unquote visible right now. Okay, we've recouped some money, so we make money fast, at least. What can we do in here? So I'm not gambling on more teeth bot seller anymore. Maybe that was just an obvious mistake. Let's maybe go with a nice little Moros intrepidus enclosure. I think they are classified as a scavenger. Is there like... It's kind of a dumb question, but like... Is there like a genome library, or do I need to have the... Do I need to have a hatchery built to be able to see that? It might honestly be worth it just to like see what can and can't cohabitate together. Okay, it's probably... Okay, wow, so... Moros intrepidus, info... Okay, so... it says likes carnivores, so this has to be a quote-unquote scavenger. Like, honestly, kind of worth that, to be honest. So, I don't know, I guess, well, let's buy Moros intrepidus and put it with the Giganotosaurus and see what happens. I'm sure that the Giganotosaurus aren't going to try and cull this early ancestor of T-Rex or anything like that, so... Oh, there's 2 juvenile Moros intrepidus? Uh-oh. Well, they're scavengers, so... let's see what happens.
Juvenile dinosaurs will do better under our care than anywhere else. Personally, I fully support that purchase.
Yeah. It sounds like the Gigas support that purchase too.
Delivery has been completed. Asset in transit.
Uh-oh. Why is it heart for Giganotosaurus? Is it because it's an adult? Is it gonna kill the juveniles?
Ah, the Moros intrepidus.
Uh-oh.
The word Moros comes from
What
the
are you
ancient
doing?
spirit of impending doom. Rather morbid, I know, but it does paint a picture of what being confronted by this animal might feel like. I'm sure under your guidance, this dinosaur will prove a much cheerier addition to the site.
Okay, so the adult Moros intrepidus seem fine. Let's pause the game. They need some water and some meat. Okay. The juvenile Moros intrepidus might get killed by the Giganotosaurus. That is, Are these quote-unquote intelligent? They're not. Alright, rescue mission time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be there in time, but, we gotta try to rescue the Moros intrepidus babies. I guess if I can just trank the Gigas before they kill them, then I'll have more time. Stop moonwalking. Got him. Okay. So the Gigas are... Well, this one's dead. It's not... I don't think it's surviving that fall. Alright, we need to trank our Moros intrepidus so that we can put them in a nice little cozy exhibit somewhere else. And that somewhere else is going to be right over here. This will be a nice little exhibit for them. And since they're not intelligent, they won't try to break out. And I can have them close by the guests. Let the game run a minute. Rocks and put some nice conveniently placed rocks here and there. That's probably way too big for them, but we can put some other carnivore with them at some point, maybe. That one, and that one. Okay, and now... Okay, I think the orders are all out. 1, 2... Not the Gigas, those are gonna stay. Alright. let that run for a minute. You can, if it isn't, I mean, hopefully it's pretty clear that this is like definitely the first time I've been trying to do this, because I'm making all kinds of preventable but hopefully somewhat entertaining errors. There was salmonella in the park?
The strongest, most dominant animal in a pack tends to take the role of alpha, of leader. It seems that hierarchy of the strong is taking place here too.
Alright, so we got that, and then we're going to put this right here. What do you mean obstructed by a wide path? Oh, okay, so I could have just clicked yes that whole time. It was just lying to me. That's fine. Alright, and the ranger post, and yep, and get rid of some of these trees. And put some water down. And a feeder. Alright, how is our Spino is attacking the vehicle again as expected. It looks like everything's tranked. Moros. Multi-select 1, 2, 3, 4, not Giga, 5, and 6. Alright, I know that that's probably way too big for these little dudes, but they're the first dinosaur I've encountered that didn't have the intelligent trait on them. Alright, I think I can put our amenities down over here now. Okay, and then we can wake up, the Gigas will wake up on their own, I guess. Awaken Giganotosaurus. Hopefully before they, okay. So I'm starting to wonder... Oh, okay, that one's getting back on the path. Well, not for long. Dang, man. Spino does, like, not mess around. What are you doing, dude? Get out of there. Get back to base. Stop making him mad. Dang, he just... Cool, man. And Spino got injured, apparently, during that. You know, maybe, well, no, that won't work. You know, this one's closer, like... Alright, the Spinosaurus thing is not working out. Okay, we're gonna do something else with Spino. We're gonna keep Spino, but we're not gonna have this tour getting destroyed every, like, 10 seconds kind of thing, is my point. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna just do a nice little loop over here. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And then we're gonna throw down a couple of these guys. Terrain constraints. One there, and there we go. We can reach all the way back here. And then put a dome over here, and that will cover a lot. That'll cover pretty much all of it as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so apparently when those little things, those little tunnels are red, you can still build them and you can just ignore that. That's kind of funny. We're also gonna move this beacon to over here because it's too close to the water and the ranger just keeps getting destroyed like every time, so... Okay. Alright, I think things are slowly settling back down. I've made so many mistakes recently, but hopefully it was more fun to watch, I guess. We're at 8 out of 15 species. So... we need to just start, like, ordering dinos. So we've got Proceratosaurus, Troodon. Troodon's probably good. I almost feel like they are guaranteed to have the intelligent trait, though. Is Troodon? I don't think Troodon is a quote-unquote scavenger. Let's see. Likes scavengers, and that's it. So I would put them with the Moros, but I think the juvenile Moros will be killed, and I don't want to kill the baby Moros. That kind of would not be cool. Okay. Let's make sure these guys are relatively happy. Oh, they're not happy. They want arid. There. And then they just haven't found the meat feeder just yet. Okay, so Spino had surface wounds. He's fine. The MVU is getting away barely. Alright, we need to build a Troodon enclosure. So... Ooh, can I do it? Yep, there we go. We're doing it that way. That's really cool, that you can just plop down the fencing like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, that's really gross, but we'll deal with it. More super convenient rocks. Alright, do I think that's going to be big enough for Troodon? I guess we'll find out. Where? Right there. Buy now for $500,000. Even they'd be okay even with the babies over here. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, and if it's lying to me, then that's really annoying.
Asset transportation in progress.
That would be a much better use of the space to have Moros and Troodon in here than just Moros, because they are so tiny.
For a dinosaur of this size, the Troodon has a relatively large brain. So let me be clear. This is an intelligent animal. Faster than any human alive, and with claws and sharp incisors evolved to do one thing, and do it well. You only get one mistake around a dinosaur like this. So treat it with caution, okay?
Asset delivered.
Okay, this seems okay. Where's the baby Moros? That's the one that we need to see. It's... I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if they're actively going to like choose to hunt down the baby Moros intrepidus. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. I kind of, if they kill the baby Moros, then I'm sorry. The game's kind of being a little confusing, TBH. But I guess I should just assume that the babies are vulnerable to everything. I mean, it says comfort 100%. So I don't know. I guess we'll kind of find out one way or the other, I guess. All right, 9 out of 15. We're an hour in, so we're doing fine. The question is just if we're gonna be able to generate enough appeal. Oh, are the Troodon gonna try to break out? Do they have the intelligent trait? I forgot about that. They did not get the intelligent trait. Okay, so that's interesting. Alright, so that seems okay for now. We might lose a baby Maros intrepidus or two. We're not sure about that yet, though. What else can we buy? Not that one. Coelophysis, 52% is probably fine. We already have Proceratosaurus, unknown carnivore. Alright, so let's check if Coelophysis is a quote-unquote scavenger. It says likes carnivores. I think it's just like if it's a juvenile and I put it in with the Giganotosaurus, the adult Giga might kill any juveniles. Oh, I don't know. I think we're gonna re-roll. Okay, we can get some Dilophosaurus and Herrerasaurus. That would add two new species, so let's do that. This can be, we'll make this bigger, this can be the Dilophosaurus exhibit, because they kind of need, if I remember correctly, I feel like they need a reasonable chunk of space. Just get rid of these. And then there we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Alright, this is probably big enough. We need another ranger post. Okay, lots of cover and wetland and a prey feeder, so
Assets in the air.
10 species. Alright, something I probably need to do that I've kind of forgotten about. Dino welfare. Okay, we're not there yet, but we are going to need the path capacity at some point. And we need 5 more logistics in order to do that. So you're at 4. Here we go. We're gonna hire this scientist so that we can research the pathing. That was a lot of money. Alright, we kind of need to... I've had a history of Dilophosaurus breaking out and causing all kinds of problems, so we need to keep an eye on them for a minute. Okay. So far, so good. Ooh, that's a cool looking one. Okay, so these did get the, or at least some of them got the intelligent trait, it looks like. Okay, this seems fine. Oh, unhappy child. Wait, stop. What? Okay, the child Dilophosaurus needs a carnivore feeder. Okay. Did you see that just plummet? The moment they detected the unhappy child, they were like, we're done. Oh, look at these little guys. Okay, so... we're doing okay. It's more of the question of, like, how... do I have enough room for 5 more species in here? What was next? Herrerasaurus? Can Herrerasaurus cohabitate with anybody? Scavengers only. Alright, well, let's build a Herrerasaurus exhibit right over here then, I guess. Gyrosphere track. Is there not enough room for... what if I do it like that? This looks so weird, but like that's what the challenge mode kind of forces on you sometimes. Oh yeah, there's no power out there. That looks so bad, but whatever. Moros Intrepidus. Why is it because unhappy child? Cohabitation issue? Oh, dislikes everything due to aggressive trait. So it's just that specific Moros Intrepidus? Aggressive. Did none of the other ones have that? I see. Well, you're gonna get re-wilded, I think, is what the answer to that is. Sorry. Anyway, Herrerasaurus exhibit. Ranger post. Okay, most of that's basically covered already, so... Let's just... Oh, I need to actually enclose the exhibit with the rocks, but otherwise we're... okay. Okay, the rest of that... Oh, this one over here. Okay. Let's buy some Herrerasaurus. Dinosaur poisoned. What just happened? Okay, good. We actually got Herrerasaurus. Poisoned health loss? Is it... Was that because they were fighting each other and they spat at each other? That's
This efficient
kind of
hunter
cool.
is the Herrerasaurus. It's one of the most primitive theropods we know of. But primitive doesn't mean crude. It's well adapted for chasing down prey and biting down hard with those terrifying blade-like teeth. An amazing addition to this site.
What are you trying to reach? Can't reach maintenance post 8. Where is that? Is it this one? Should I just move this? Yeah. Oh, maybe I see. Okay, so Herrerasaurus wants cover, pasture, lots of pasture, and a goat feeder. Oh, yeah, they probably need some water. Probably gonna need some of that. And so far I have an excess of trees. Where are you trying to go to? Does that help you? Ranger Post 14. Okay, Herrerasaurus is occupied. We are at 11 out of 15 species. Alright, the path just unlocked. Let's upgrade our paths. Okay. Oh, do I need to send an MVU over here? Oh, I see. I kind of thought the poison thing was like just a timer, but I guess I need to send a MVU over there, which, you know, that kind of makes sense. That does kind of make sense. Oh yeah, and then we need to rewild this one angry Moros Intrepidus. Mobile vet number 2. There you go. 1 and 2. Why can't you reach the destination? I don't understand.
Taking over.
Why, like... Oh, there's no gate there. That's what it is. I see, I see. I was looking in an unhelpful spot. Let's pause the game, because we're kind of... Alright, we're working on it. There's that. And now it'll fit. I think that'll fix our problems. Dang, we've got a lot of issues going on at the moment, unfortunately.
Working with Cabot, I'm more wary about delegating tasks than I'd like to be. However, I trust you with this one. Please don't make me regret that.
Okay, we've got the cure for that, at least.
An animal is unwell. Do what you can to get it on the mend.
This one Dilophosaurus is kind of like near death, so we need to... Okay, that's on the way. Then whatever this... That's tuberculosis is spreading, but we have the cure for that, so... Okay. There we go. Okay, alright, we're working on it. So, I think we have to... I'm not really willing to bet on any of these, so let's re-roll. Okay, so we can add Guanlong, it looks like, this time. Can Guanlong cohabitate with anything? Nothing specific. Well, this little zone right here looks honestly like just big enough to make a Guanlong exhibit. So let's do that.
You're turning out to be someone that I can truly rely on. And my trust is not something that many have managed to earn.
Alright, it's storming. What a weird map, by the way. Like, I kind of like it, but like, what a strange... This is the weirdest park I've ever had to build because of all of the intelligent dinosaurs. You have to build everything super far away from each other. Hopefully this exhibit is big enough for 4 Guanlongs.
What a beautiful dinosaur! Its name? Guanlong. Roughly translates as crown dragon from Chinese. Makes sense too, because that impressive nasal crest shows that this animal is something special. It's an amazing addition to the site, so let's try and give it the royal treatment, right?
Aside from, you know, Ranger Team or the Triceratops and the Gigas trying to kill everything, we're doing okay right now, actually. It's more of just whether or not I'm gonna have enough room to finish out the park. That's kind of the question. Guanlong wants cover, pasture, and prey. They don't need very much cover. This should be enough pasture, and then they've got their 1 prey item. Whoa, that looks cool. We're at 12 out of 15. We just need 3 more. Should I like... Well, what's over here? We already have Dilophosaurus. Maybe I should pinpoint specific animals. Coelophysis would be good. We already have these. Does Spinosaurus cohabitate with Baryonyx or Suchomimus?
Asset delivery confirmed.
It doesn't really look like it. They haven't fully expanded their territory yet. I need to make sure that they don't... If they try to break out, that'll be a problem. So I need to kind of keep an eye on this for a second. They seem fine. They might not be at 100%, but they're going to be very close. Alright, we'll kind of hover around there for a minute. Something that can cohabitate would be really helpful. So, like, I mean, Coelophysis would be helpful. Let's check what else was at the... Nope, not that one. I keep clicking on that by accident. Okay, well, I can buy some Coelophysis. Aren't they quote-unquote scavengers? Let me triple check. It says likes carnivores, so... And then they want just meat, not prey. So I think they are coded as scavengers for the game's purposes. Man, I keep losing where I am on the map. Let's try this, I guess. Coelophysis, 6 of them. Okay, they're all... It does tell me, but before I place it down, that they're all adults, so I shouldn't have to worry about the juveniles being killed by the Giganotosaurus. So I should just need to put down a feeder.
You've managed to get the park's rating up. In lieu of something impersonal like a pay rise, please accept my sincere and heartfelt well done.
Back when Coelophysis first evolved, all of Earth's land masses were combined into one big supercontinent. It's no surprise then that we found its fossilized remains all over the world. Oh, how far you've come, my prehistoric friend. How far you've come.
Okay, we're gonna buy some more compies so that these compies over here are actually happy. Alright, and we need 2 more species, and as far as I can tell, it kind of looks to me like the world market is spent, or I can keep refreshing if I want, but I kind of think that we've reached the I've bought all the different species that you can get from there. So let's see. Carnotaurus, Utah Raptor, and Baryonyx give really big appeal bonuses. Is Carnotaurus available? This one gives Carnotaurus. I feel like Carnotaurus can cohabitate with other dinosaurs.
Transportation underway. Asset delivery confirmed.
Okay, I need to check on the Coelophysis. I saw Giganotosaurus running, so...
Asset in transit.
Okay, they seem fine. And they don't mind the Giganotosaurus. The Giganotosaurus does mind the Jeep, though. Okay, so that is good. Can Carnotaurus cohabitate with anything? Albertosaurus. Okay. That's weird, but maybe they can be our last two species?
Confirming asset delivery.
I've got a task for you, and as a treat, I'm gonna let you decide how to handle it. Thank me later.
Just casually add 10 dinosaurs.
Asset delivered.
Okay. Okay, I think we're doing fine. Actually, I probably could have, on a more ideal situation, I could have been researching some of those things in the background this whole time. So the Carnotaurus and the Albertosaurus, but I kind of thought that I'd be able to just keep buying everything from the world, the trade area, and that doesn't really seem to be the case.
Hey, I can dig it. Yeah, that didn't feel good to say. Not only because I will be doing absolutely none of the digging.
Carnotaurus, and then I think Albertosaurus was under a different one. Yeah, but I need more points to do that. Salary 16 grand, yikes. Faster expeditions. You're hired. All this is fine, and I've only really had these small little... Can I... Let's see... Should I change this to green? Is there a green and yellow? Or, sorry, a... Yeah, this is slightly more money. What's nice is they kind of made it so that, like, as long as you meet the objectives, you just win. You don't have to be as finicky with some of the Jurassic World Evolution 2 stuff was very, very picky about, like, whether or not you actually beat the challenge mode or not, and it got kind of frustrating. But yeah, I honestly kind of think we just need to build this final exhibit area and then we'll be done. So let's... Oh, the gyrosphere's there. I forgot about that. These are some of the weirdest tracks I've ever made, but oh well. I do really like that you can just build right on top of the pre-existing tracks though, instead of having to delete them and stuff. That's a really nice little quality feature. Who's sick? The Coelophysis. I think it's because they fought each other. Missing meat? Do they need... Well, I thought I put one down. Wow, it's literally just outside of their comfort area. That's disgusting. Okay, alright, we're almost there. Okay, so our first expedition is on its way back. But yeah, I kind of think unless, some of our starter dinosaurs start to pass away from old age or something, I kind of think I just need to get these last two dinosaurs, and that's pretty much it. What's up with damaged tooth? Oh well, it just got crushed by a car, so you need to get out of there, man. You need to get out of there. Excuse me. Pardon me. I think I hear it chasing us. Yep. Okay, so there you go. And then expeditions. Faster expeditions, we definitely want that. Okay, I mean, we're kind of... What's our time look like? We're at an hour and a half, so we're... as long as... I guess one thing that could be a problem is if we... if we get those last two dinosaurs in here and that isn't enough to meet the other requirements, then we could have a problem, I suppose. Let's see, we want the guaranteed egg synthesis. I mean, in the meantime, is there any other just random dinosaurs I could buy? Not really. Unknown carnivore. I mean, I could probably buy more compies, honestly. They're so small, and this Spino exhibit over here is so gigantic. Okay, so these... Okay, now we can send for Albertosaurus fossils, because I think that's all the Carno fossils. That's expensive. Okay, we're still fine, but these are maxed out, so we can upgrade these to medium amenities now. Medium shopping. Medium food. That's the Carnivores. Alright, that'll get Carnivores to about 90-ish%. There we go. That's like double the profit that we were making before.
Asset transportation complete. Asset has been transported.
The one I'm kind of worried about is the increase the number of guests on site, and we're like not even to 1,500. That's the one I'm a little worried about, and I think the only way that you do that is just by like having high appeal dinosaurs, or just more appeal for the park. So yeah, I'm kind of gonna be banking on this final exhibit having just a ton of appeal, basically.
Taking the wheel.
was kind of hoping it would let me take a picture up here. Alright, so Carnivores should now be... That's good enough for me. They just need 2 adults to be happy. They can cohabitate with Albertosaurus. They have a strong chance for the intelligence trait. Is there any way that I can get rid of that? It doesn't really look like it. It kind of just seems like it's like you're just set with that, unfortunately. So that's a little frustrating. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens, I guess. I guess I can just pick and choose not intelligent dinosaurs. Because I feel like this is close enough that they'll try to break out. Guanlong is literally at 99% happiness, so we can get rid of like a single tree and they will be happier. Oh my, look at that. Alright, well, that's good enough. They're at 99%. That's kind of funny. Okay, so intelligent. Yikes. And this one's aggressive, so we can't do that one. Neither of these, we can't do either of them. They'll try to kill the Albertosaurus. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is maybe make this a little smaller. I don't know, that seems like it might be close, but like it seems far enough away that it should be okay. Oh, are these like outside of the power radius now? Is that what's going on? I think that's what's going on.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
Restroom coverage. That's fine. Okay, we can add another restroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
Okay, that should be good. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of just... I could have been researching those the whole time, so that's, my fault. I kind of just wrongly assumed that I'd be able to just kind of keep relying on this, but it seems like, unless I'm willing to gamble, which I'm not, that you're kind of set on these are the only species that you'll get from there. So I'm trying to kind of think in advance if for some reason this is not enough, then what do we do? And the short answer is I'm not really sure, to be completely honest. I mean, I guess I could put like a nest over here and see if the Ceratosaurus have a baby. That's an idea. I have the hatcheries, so... That was the wrong thing. I need the nests. Large nesting area. It's this one. So I guess that's something I could do. Have a baby Ceratosaurus over here. Maybe a baby Giganotosaurus over here. The babies have a lot of appeal. Alright, time to find out if the Carnivores is going to try to break out or not.
Oh, excellent. I can save my excuses for why this task didn't get done for another day. Great work.
You modified an animal's very genome, implanted that genome into an egg, which you then incubated, and you hatched, and then you released that animal into the world. In one sense, it's miraculous. In another, deeply unsettling.
This animal is a classic predator. The Carnivores can move fast, has an excellent sense of smell, and is willing to sink its teeth into anything or anyone.
Alright, so let's see. It kind of... So there's people here. So like theoretically they could try to break out. So I don't know. Maybe I should research some medium intensity fences. Maybe I should have done the medium fences before releasing the intelligent dinosaurs into the paddock. Do I not have a prey feeder down in here? I guess I don't. Albertosaurus just needs one. They can be intolerant. It's this one. Can I afford that? Alright, we're gonna do that. Alright, need to keep an eye on the Carnos in case they try to break out. Where's... So these guys requires large nest. Oh, there's 2 females in here, that's right. So that's, yeah. I mean, it worked in the movie, but I'm not sure if there's enough frog DNA in there for that to work out. The 2 Ceratosauruses could breed, though. What, will the Allosaurus kill the baby Ceratosaurus, though? So far, the Troodon haven't killed the Maros intrepidus. So, I don't know. They need a large nest. Let's see. Target found outside enclosure. What you doing? How are you seeing stuff over here? Alright, I think we need to trank this guy. I think he's about to try to break out. Wow, 1 hit and done. That's not cool. They're so fast. Well, wow, that's... That's what we call not very cool. That's kind of, I don't know, that's a little
We're both busy people,
ridiculous.
So let me be direct. I have a task I'd like completing, and I think you're the one for the job.
Maybe I think it, I don't
It's
know.
our job to keep the park safe. Your job and mine.
Maybe if I like double fence that area. Because I think it saw people from over here. It wasn't the people. It wasn't from this part that was the problem. Who's at low health? Why are you at low health? It's fine now. Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe it's like stuck here or something.
Asset has been delivered.
Alright, so we need to get rid of this. Dang, there's only 2 Albertosaurus eggs per synthesis. So yeah, unless someone unless someone walks right here, it should be okay. I don't know, maybe I should put a small nest down for baby compies. Or can there not be baby compies? Or do they just need multiple nests? Is that too small? I don't know, that didn't seem like it did anything. Alright, so... Ooh, this one's not intelligent, so there's that, I guess. This one's needy and intelligent, so we're just gonna not do that one. Do they need 2 adults to be happy, though? No. Yeah, I mean, we're like very close to meeting the species target, but we're not necessarily close to the guest target, which is not cool. I don't know if there's like a hidden species penalty multiplier thing that will go away once the species target is met, but I'm a little worried about that. Let's see here.
A larger population of dinosaurs will prove beneficial for both the science and entertainment value of the park. But I'm just so excited to study how it will impact our ecologies.
Okay, the Ceratosaurus claimed the nest. Allosaurus is about to become an uncle. We got 4 minutes for Albertosaurus release.
A juvenile entered this site, you cared for it and nurtured it, and now it has reached adulthood. You should be proud of your great work.
Oh, did one of the...
Starving dinosaurs are the very definition of a so-called urgent problem. If you delay too much, you know, you might not like where they look for their next meal.
So some of the Moros Intrepidus just matured. Troodon are fine. Four minutes to baby Ceratosaurus. They're gonna need. They are gonna need the prey, or the meat feeder rather. Is there anything else that I can do? I could have a male Carnivores and have eggs in here. Intelligent, aggressive, not that one. Aggressive, not that one. Intelligent. Well, those look cool. Okay, well, I don't have enough skill points for those, but let's fast forward real quick.
Prepare asset for release. En route to collect the asset.
Alright, there's our 15 species. Okay, so the guest count did jump from like 1400 to 1700. So maybe there was some sort of species penalty multiplier in play. Alright, this one Moros Intrepidus is still like... I'm not sure if it's glitched or something. Okay, it's eating now. I don't know if it panics around the Troodon or something. Okay. Also, that one Troodon looked so cool. This one looks cool, but there's one that had like the... I thought it had like the little spikes on it. I can't see it now. We need to make sure Albertosaurus is happy. And I'm kind of hoping that...
The team just told me some fun facts about the Albertosaurus. Apparently they have serrated, flesh-ripping teeth, show pack behavior, and like nothing more than hunting. Now, is it just me, or are those facts less fun and more fundamentally terrifying, huh?
Did I pick the wrong Albertosaurus? Or was it just... did it have aggressive? And did I pick the wrong one? I think I picked the wrong one. That's not good. Let's see how that goes, I guess. Not much I can do about it now. Let's see if it... Baby Ceratosaurus. Please don't kill them, Uncle Allo. Look at him. Look at the parents sitting by watching them. Okay, it says they're okay with Allosaurus. Nice. Okay, alright. How's Albertosaurus? Well, he's not happy, but... What is barren? Arid and barren. There, you happy now? Okay. Alright. Cohabitation issue, but it's not like... Release via airlift. I should probably put down another prey feeder. We're very close. I do think that I need to keep pushing though. So it's the aggressive trait that I need to watch out for that apparently just kind of shows up with these guys and I can't do anything about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carnivores.
Okay. So the Carnotaurus needs species isolation to breed, so they can't breed if there's an Albertosaurus in here. Dang. What about the Proceratosaurus? This requires small nest. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of like ways to generate more appeal. Herrerasaurus seems like it has enough room to maybe have a couple babies. So we're gonna just kind of, I mean, we're very close at 1,900 out of 2,000 guests right now, so we're very close. Oh, the Carnotaurus isn't happy. Where are you going, Albertosaurus? Dang, I had a bad feeling about that. Dang, they just went straight for those people. Okay, I took a little break and I remembered as I was loading in that they have some rogue dinos on the loose. Alright, it looks like there was a storm and that was what pushed the Albertosaurus over the edge, and then the Carnivores kind of just decided to go along with them for the ride. Okay. So we have an Albertosaurus that just finished incubating that does not have the aggressive trait. So I think we're going to incubate that one. And then I think we're going to rewild this Albertosaurus so that we don't have to worry about the cohabitation issue anymore. And then while I was kind of away from the game, which I think is always a pretty good idea if you're kind of struggling or if you hit a dead spot like I was, I realized these Atrociraptors could almost certainly have babies. They need a medium nest. So yeah, some baby raptors will probably help, because I kind of think we're really close. So because of that storm, and I also think this area is still, yeah, close shelter. Yeah, because of that storm, and we're also about to sell an Albertosaurus, so we're gonna drop some points for a little bit. But once we get back up and running, then maybe we can try incubate another Albertosaurus and maybe get lucky with another non-aggressive Albertosaurus. Oh, too many males. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. So we need to... Which one's... I guess which one has... This one's intelligent and can try to break out. They're both intelligent. This one's fit, whereas this one's strong, which I kind of think means they can break out in like one hit. So we're gonna trank that Carnivores and rewild that one. So, yeah, storms, it's interesting. I didn't really have any storms until I got to around 4 stars.
Take a good look at this objective, then stop looking and get it done.
Without wealth, none of this happens. John Hammond knew it, Simon Masrani knew it, and you should know it too.
I did not know there was a, that the Carnivores gets unhappy if there's too many males.
Oh, excellent. I can save my excuses for why this task didn't get done for another day. Great work.
I was gonna upgrade those fences, but apparently it does the thing where there's no fence for like a little period of time, and I don't know if I feel good doing that. Hey, alright, the Triceratops have claimed the nest. Let's see, do we get intelligent and thirsty? So no aggressive, which is good. I'm gonna check the Albertosaurus's stats. So they don't care about adult or female population, they just want one adult, period, and that's all that matters. So I should be able to incubate both of those, and that'll be okay. Right now we need a... I don't know, is there anything on the map that I should address? Accommodation rating, 94%. Does this area maybe need a hotel? I don't think I ever did a hotel over here. Maybe here would be good. I don't want to put it over here because of the intelligence problem we were having. And the hotel would be like in range of being spotted, basically. That looks okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alright.
we've increased the hotel capacity.
I keep getting turned around with where I am. Okay, the nest is claimed. No eggs yet. Everything's at 100. We basically just need more appeal to increase the number of guests in the park, basically. That's pretty much all that's left to do. Nice dinosaur eggs with the Atrociraptor. Albertosaurus is ready.
Incubation personnel on standby. Gathered to collect the asset.
Alright, I need to rest that one scientist before they try to sabotage us. Yikes, that goat just got. Alright, so we're back to 15 out of 15 species. Our final target is just increasing guest count.
Transit has commenced.
Let's see, is there an area? Do I think I could fit this basic attraction somewhere without it drawing attention to the guests?
Asset transportation complete.
Let me look to see the intelligence sphere. Okay, if I can fit it in there, we'll be okay. Because this will generate just a little extra appeal.
Ladies and gentlemen, come and allow yourself
Okay, so that increases. That's so weird. It decreases the other ones. That just doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Alright, we need to check on the Albertosaurus. Okay, so that should be fine. The Carnivores is cool. We're hatching a couple more Albertosaurus, and we're about to have some Triceratops babies hatch. Oh, there's Proceratosaurus too. We put a nest down there. I forgot about that.
Pleased to welcome a
Ooh, look at those little guys. Yeah, look at how much more appeal these guys have. Okay, they seem fine. And Herrerasaurus, I forgot about them too. Look at them. They kind of look like their face looks like a T-Rex, kind of. Oh, we're like 10 guests away. Triceratops babies, take us home. Ranger Team 2 has been destroyed. They didn't live to see us get to 5 stars.
Welcome a Triceratops to the park.
What a
There
journey
it
we've been on here,
is.
but look at your results! 5 incredible stars! I tip my hat to you, but Ats and I don't get along.
Alright. Okay, well, so we beat it in 2 hours of in-game time, so we had 2 more hours to spare. Let me take my screenshot real quick. That one was probably... the Clark County one, I think, was the most difficult so far. This one's probably second. The photography one was actually kind of difficult because you kind of just have to get lucky with catching the specific behaviors. But yeah. So let's I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to try to. My keyboard is still not working very well. Alright, I'm switching to the controller. Let's do a little park overview. So we kept the starting area. I only have small amenities. Then I put down that attraction. We relied pretty heavily on the marketplace facility. Let's see. I don't know if it was the right call. It ended up working out, but I don't know if there was a better play than putting Albertosaurus and Carnivores. There might have been better options available. Like, I think Baryonyx and Suchomimus tolerate each other. We could have went for them instead. I feel like they are just much easier animals to deal with. Yeah, Baryonyx tolerates Suchomimus. And I feel like, let me check Suchomimus. I don't think either of them have the risk of the like intolerance trait or whatever it was. Dang, okay, never mind. Suchomimus has a ton of negative traits that it can get. Well, you can get rid of intolerance. It's the Albertosaurus has aggressive or something, but anyway, another thing that I could have done way sooner was have the nests with the babies. That was something I didn't really think of until way later, so I could have done that earlier. We used the park tour to kind of bypass the need for the monorail so that we could expand and keep our transport rating high. This area of the park seems to have the most appeal, probably because of the balloon tour. And these Giganotosauruses over here are 850 appeal each. And the Atrociraptors, I think they all have intelligence, so these are pretty high rating as well. Where's the little guy? Those are 340 appeal. And then we also, this area of the park also had the Spino and Compies. And the Spino is 1200 appeal. So then the third area of the park, we had the monorail unlocked, and we expanded down to here. And we have this kind of really messy gyrosphere area. It doesn't really matter, the challenge is complete, but I forgot to put down a meat dispenser for the Herrerasaurus juveniles. But yeah, this is kind of a really messy gyrosphere ride, but this has the Proceratosaurus that we ordered by mistake, thanks to More Teeth seller, super reputable, 5 out of 5 stars. Then Guanlong, Dilophosaurus, Herrerasaurus. We were able to put Moros, Intrepidus, and Troodon together, and none of these, I don't know if I was just lucky or if it was just because they're smaller, but none of them got the intelligent trait, so they didn't try to break out. Did I? Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I put Coelophysis with the Giganotosaurus. That's right. I was like, I'm forgetting someone. But yeah, they get along fine. And then, like I said, I don't know if there was a better final combination. But I mean, these guys, the Albertosaurus is 500 appeal, and I was about to have 2 more of them. The Carnivores is about 500, almost 500 as well. But yeah, so each area has a hotel and amenities. I think this is the only one that I needed to put down medium amenities. Yeah, that's just 3 small hotels. We did need to fully upgrade the pathing. But yeah, so that's about it. Hopefully this was fun and enjoyable and helpful for y'all. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see ya next time. Thanks for watching.